All right, let's talk about something that could be a real game changer for your company's finances. IEEPA tariff refunds. We're going to dive into how you can stop waiting on the government and turn those massive claims into cold, hard cash right now. So yeah, let's get into it.
So, let me ask you this. If your business paid those big tariffs under the IEEPA, you're probably looking at a pretty hefty asset just sitting on your books, right? But here's the catch. It's an asset you can't actually use. It's just trapped in this, administrative limbo. And that is a huge headache for any company that needs cash flow today, not years down the road.
Because, let's be real, waiting for the government to process these things is a long, long game. We're talking about a timeline that stretches out for years, and it's full of uncertainty. But what if there was another way? A strategy that could take that multi-year wait and just crush it down to a few weeks. I mean, let's just put a number on it so it really sinks in. The experts who live and breathe this stuff, they're estimating it could take anywhere from 2 to 5 years to see that money the normal way. Think about all the things your business could do in 5 years. That's just way too long for capital to be sitting on the sidelines.
So, what's the big solution? Well, it's actually pretty simple. You sell your claim. That's it. Networks like Havilah Funding are out there connecting companies just like yours with serious institutional investors. We're talking hedge funds and specialized buyers who are ready and willing to buy these claims. They give you cash up front, and in return, they get the right to your future refund.
Let's just put these two paths side by side, because the difference is, well, it's huge. Option 1, you wait. You're looking at that uncertain 2 to 5 year timeline, all the paperwork headaches, and you're carrying all the risk of what you'll actually get back. Or option 2, you sell. You get cash in your bank account in maybe 2 to 3 weeks. All that risk, it's transferred completely to the buyer, and you get total certainty on your balance sheet. You know exactly what you're getting, and you get it now.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, how does this whole thing actually work? Let's break down the buyout process. It's way more straightforward than you might think, and it's all designed to be a clear path from your claim to your cash.
It really boils down to 5 basic steps. First up, you have an initial chat to get the lay of the land. Then, you'll get a list of what's needed and you'll submit the key documents for them to look over. If everything checks out, you'll sign an NDA and what's called a participation agreement. That's the document that spells out all the terms. After that, the buyer does their final check, and then, the best part, closing and funding. It's a really clear, logical process.
Now, this next point is absolutely crucial to understand. You aren't technically transferring the claim itself. Why? Because legally, you can't. So the whole deal is structured as a participation agreement. This means your company stays as the official claimant in the eyes of the government. The buyer is really just purchasing the economic rights to that refund. So when the government finally pays out, the money comes to you, and then you simply send the buyer their share. Simple as that.
All right, let's get to the question that's on everyone's mind. What is my claim actually worth to a buyer? How much cash are we really talking about? Well, that all depends on a few key things.
And just look at how much the market for these has changed. It's pretty incredible. Before some big court decisions cleared up the legal fog, buyers were super cautious, only paying around 22 cents on the dollar. But now, with a lot more legal clarity, that rate has shot up. We're now seeing offers in the range of 55% to as high as 75% of the total claim value. That is a huge leap, and it's fantastic news for anyone looking to sell. So how do you get a deal at the top end of that range? Well, buyers are looking at 5 main things. First, the total size of your claim. Bigger is often better. Second, your company's credit profile. Remember, they're in this with you for the long haul, so they need to know you're financially stable. Third, how clean and complete your customs paperwork is. Fourth, the legal muscle behind your specific claim. And finally, they'll look at the expected timeline and any potential bumps in the road.
Okay, I really want you to pay attention to this because if you take one thing away from this explainer, this is it. Having your ducks in a row, clean, organized paperwork, and perfectly accurate data from the official customs portal is everything. It's the single biggest thing you can control to make the whole process smooth, fast, and successful.
So if this sounds like something you want to explore, what do you actually need to have ready to go? Let's quickly cover the 2 most important documents you'll need to get started. First thing is your ACE portal report. ACE is the government's official system for this stuff, the automated commercial environment. For a buyer, this report is the one and only source of truth. It's what they use to confirm every single tariff payment you made. Any other reports you have to match this government data exactly. There's no wiggle room. And second, you're going to need your company's audited financial statements.
And think about it from their perspective, right? The buyer is signing up to be your partner for potentially several years. They just need to look at your financials to get comfortable that you're a solid company who will be around to send them their share when the refund finally hits. It's all about building trust.
So when you boil it all down, selling your IEEPA tariff refund claim is really about one powerful idea: transformation. You're taking this uncertain, locked up, long-term asset and you're turning it into cash you can use for your business right here, right now. It's really about taking back control of your own financial destiny.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. What could your business do with that cash today? Could you fuel new growth, pay down some debt, jump on an opportunity you'd otherwise have to miss? Could unlocking this capital now completely change the game for your business tomorrow? If that's a question you want to find the answer to, you can reach out to the specialists at Havilah Funding Network. Their email is wrong@tariffrefundbuyout.us, and their phone number is 912-231-7252. Definitely something worth considering.
All right, let's talk about something that could be a real game changer